Is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
I got you. I got you.
Set.
Off the play fake. Fowler. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Play action. Fowler. He finds Beckham complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Man left, man left.
Now let's go. Back it up.
Looking to throw. Fowler. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Detroit! All right, now. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Back it up, Philly. Here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit, here we go. Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100. And what has really been a terrific career to this point. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. Fowler caught left side. It's Beckham. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Alert, alert.
Get ready.
Three down.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Two, Jet. Tiger, Tiger.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Bridgewater now on second down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. So Bridgewater forced to the sidelines. And they will hand things over to their backup quarterback.
Over back there, Philly. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left.
All right, now, look, here we go. Back there, Philly. Here we go. Here we go. Look at 56.
On 1st and 10. Fowler out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Pumphrey. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That is caught inside the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer 3rd of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, You know, he say, file it away, lad. File it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Did he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depends on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard Laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, that run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they
All right,
needed.
now, look at 56.
Offense looks to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Wait, 90.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
First down, Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right at the 10-yard line. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go. Wait, 90. Wait, 90.
And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Off the play fake. Fowler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Over! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Looking to throw on second down. Fowler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Gun!
He's coming. Double up.
Set! Green, 39!
On 3rd and 2. Fowler. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Tight end right.
Here we go now. Watch you now, Barney.
3 down.
To throw again. Fowler. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Strong right.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Gun!
On first down, Fowler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Bridgewater to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Dagger! Hey, check
Bridgewater now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Let's go. Wait, name fourth.
Check 40.
On third down, it's Williamson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Okay, we got four. Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A handoff as they run the counter play. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On first and 10, Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it.
Set. Wait, name. Tiger.
He's checking. Crash.
Fourth.
Check hot route. Hot.
Two jet. Shit. Fourth.
The second down throw for Bridgewater.
Crash.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Tight. Watch left. Tight. Watch left.
Set. Green.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They run with Pumphrey, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Kill, turn up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Second down, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Tiger. Let's go. Force.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Go. Run. That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Watch 38.
Set. Wide Eddie. Tiger.
Eyes up. One set.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
4 down.
Fourth. Let's go. Wide Tiger.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down. That's Williamson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Off the play fake, Bridgewater steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Tiger, fourth.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Now let's go.
They'll run here with Humphrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Now let's go.
To throw on second down. Fowler. A swing pass caught. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Here we go. Check 99, Philly. Leopard. Mike's by four.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Try to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And his kick is indeed good. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Rams have scored to move in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run the counter now on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Let's go.
3 down.
Tagger.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Play action now. Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Under 10.
Let's
Under
go.
10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a play fake here on first down.
Wide. Get wide.
And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And his throw is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Get ready.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now a first down following that long gain.
That's where you belong. Check three.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Rams have scored to move in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Play clock winding down. To throw is Bridgewater. Finds, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now out come the Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney, set.
A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And now running right through him. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run.
Strong left, strong left.
Leopard, Leopard. Now let's go.
Off play action. Fowler. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Check.
To throw on 3rd down. Fowler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back.
Set! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Throwing on first down. Fowler. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Watch right, watch right.
Set!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Now let's go!
Looking to throw. Fowler. And Ingram holds it in. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Let's Tiger! Force! Tiger!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They're coming! Run! I'm gonna hit you all day, baby. Man left. Hey. We got three.
Time for a
Three
break.
down.
We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Force!
We got three.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
No.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's coming again. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Force! Tiger!
Three down.
He ran it!
Now Bridgewater being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Let's go! Way 90!
Bridgewater to throw.
Check three.
Throw left side complete. It's Williamson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football, but the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
No, check. Patriot! Now let's go!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10. Fowler. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Barney! All right, here we go. Green!
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got?
Now let's go!
Off the play fake. Fowler. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. A win would be their first of the young season. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Hurry up, here we go!
Back to throw. Fowler. It's caught. Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go now!
On the run, it's Humphrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
All right, here we go.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed his lone attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And the Giants win the football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the the young season.